Good morning from Padangbai. Give you a bit of a quick room tour. It's $27 Australian a night. Pretty standard sort of fare. The bed's really comfortable. I like the frame. Little air conditioner, it works very, very well. It was cool, even cold last night. The room also comes with breakfast, and that's my breakfast. I'm going to gobble that down and then I'll see you on the beach. Yeah, I know, the beach. For those who don't know, Padangbai is the departure point for the big ferries, or the main ferries that go to from Bali to Lombok, to Lembah Harbour. It's also the departure point for a lot of fast boats that go to the Gili Islands. So you've got the little fast boats on the left and the main ones on the right. I've actually travelled overland from Sumatra to Timor a couple of times, and it seemed to me the ferries from Bali, the further east you went, the more decrepit and dilapidated the ferries got. So by the time you're out towards Timor, the ferries were just these rust buckets of corroded metal, you know. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I don't know whether you can see that. I've had a compass tattooed on the outside of my car for must be 30 years now, and I'm sure whenever I start traveling that compass starts to glow. I'm sure of it. I'm really excited to be on the road, you know. This is the little road that runs along the beach, and I like these little ramshackle kind of huts, you know. It's under these enormous trees. I'm feeling a little bit unfaithful. The main channel, I sort of expected to have me being in Padangbai first, so you hardcore Bali lovers get the drop. Selamat pagi, Bu. Apa kabar?
Ya, baik-baik saja.
Baik, Bus. Ya, saya baik juga.
Mau kemana?
Saya mau lihat-lihat di sini ya. Berapa lama punya warung ini?
Sudah lama.
Sudah lama? Mungkin 20 tahun.
Oh, 15-an lebih.
Oh, 15 ya. Di mana tinggal?
Tinggal di sini.
Oh ya, dari oh di sini ya. Oh, so tidur di sana ya.
Ya.
Okay. And banyak anak-anak?
Banyak.
Ya?
6 anak-anak, cucu 6.
No.
Cucu 6.
You got 6 grandchildren?
Ya.
Oh, mereka di mana?
3.
Sorry?
3 children.
Aha. Bekerja di mana?
Bekerja di sini walking.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Ya. Okay. Makasih banyak ya.
Dari mana, Tuan?
Hari ini? Oh, sorry, maaf. Saya mau belajar bahasa Indonesia sekarang sedikit ya. Ya, dari Australia, Pak. Ya. Banyak orang dari di sana ya. And yeah.
Sekarang Speedum.
Speedum.
Sepi. Tidak ada tamu, sedikit.
Okay. Little, ya. Yeah, so tidak sibuk kan?
Ya, tidak.
Ya, okay. Makasih ya. Sampai jumpa lagi. Yeah. Anyone will talk to you, you know, if you make a little bit of an effort. There is that thing though, of course, that, you know, you learn over time that under the ruse of friendliness, people are just sort of trying to glean information. I love those horns of the harbours. I was sitting in bed last night and the big ferry horns were sort of echoing across the bay, and it was just lovely, you know, lovely way to sort of spend the night. But yeah, so what I've learned is, especially in places like Kuta and the main touristed areas, is that the people under the ruse of friendliness will ask you a lot of questions. Where do you stay? How long are you here for? What are your plans? And people, you know, a lot of travellers don't realise that they're just sort of gleaning information to establish how much money you got, sort of you know, what potentially they can sell you, and that it's not always the case, of course, you know. A lot of people are generally very, very friendly, like those people. They weren't trying to sell me anything, they were just happy to have a chat. What's that? Selamat pagi.
Pagi, yes.
Apa ini, Pak? Is it pisang? Pepes. So it's a nasi?
No, fish. Ikan.
Of ikan. Aha. Ikan. Terima kasih.
Okay. Your breakfast?
Sudah makan, makasih. So they're cooking fish in banana leaves. It's nice to still see it, isn't it? Puggy. As the day wears on, it'll become a little bit more hectic and a little bit more busy. This fast boat pier over here, the boats in the bay take turns and slip through there and pick up their crew, but I've seen this completely utterly packed full of people heading over to the Gili Islands and crammed into those fast boats. Me personally, I did take a fast boat last year, but most often I get on the old ferry. It's about 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours sometimes if the weather's no good. Get over to Lembo, go down to Kuta in the south, and then leave for the Gilis from Bangsal. Bangsal's a little port, and the first time I went there I wasn't really prepared for it. It was quite a dodgy little port, but it's only $1. It's only $1 to get across to the Gilis from there. But this concrete thing that's getting built here, that's sort of starting to dictate the landscape of it now.
Maybe later you keep money, mister.
Yeah, later.
You
want?
Sudah Pak, makasih. Mungkin lain kali ya.
Iya, lain kali.
It's everyone waiting for their boat. I think there's probably, if memory serves correct, there's 4 or 5 that run from here, different companies. I'll go up and have a look at one of them. They've designed them so that you sit inside, which is yeah, not as enjoyable, I don't think. I like sitting on the top deck. Oh no, this one's got a top deck. You suka? Yeah? Australia? Yeah. Di mana tinggal? Di sana. Oh, Padangbai. Yeah. So these fast boats, as I said, there's probably 4 or 5 different companies that run out of here. At times, during peak periods, this whole pier will just be a mass of humanity, young people going out to the Gilis, and yeah, no one takes the old route like the ferry over to Lombok and then down to Bangsal or anything like that anymore. It's all pay your dough and get there in an hour, you know. But at least this one's got a top deck you can get out. One of the things I haven't mentioned is I, at the last minute, decided not to take the scooter, and there's a couple of reasons for that. I initially didn't feel completely comfortable taking the scooter because of the road problems here, and it doesn't matter how good you drive, that if the other person isn't a good driver, well, you haven't got much chance, have you? But it just didn't stop raining for, like, you know, almost a week before the lead up to leaving. And then on the morning I was going to leave, I was videoing in Wood Central for the other channel, and I saw a foreigner have an accident with a local in the main street. It wasn't a bad accident, but it was enough of a bingle that they had to stand on the footpath and work out who was paying what, you know. And you can be pretty sure that the local guy isn't going to be paying anything. It's one of those things when you're in Southeast Asia, sort of riding your bikes and that, the locals' thinking is the fact that you're in the country, the fact that you decided to come to the country, you're at fault. If you didn't come to the country, you wouldn't have had the accident. So it doesn't matter who was responsible for the accident on the road. The mere fact that you're here or you decided to come here means it's your fault. So that, along with, there's responsibilities with having the bike. It doesn't happen often, but it's not unheard of for people to lose their bikes. As well as, I think there's a bit of an age thing as well. I was just feeling not as confident, and I just thought, look, you know, my sort of gut feeling was don't do it. And so I'm going to be reduced to a few BMOs. At least I hope so anyway. So it'll mean it'll be a bit slower, but that's okay. It's a bit of a slower trip. But yeah, I feel for some reason I feel a little bit unfaithful to the other channel, my main channel, Fiasco da Gama, because that's where most of you guys have come from, and and you're the first to know. The Hardcore Bali crew. It's good to see us. These guys are going out for a dive.
Yeah.
Selamat pagi semua.
Pagi. Selamat
Mau kemana?
Mau ke Nusa diving ni dah.
Diving.
Diving.
Ya, ikan bes.
Abang.
Hah?
Abang apa khabar? Mau lihat cewek cantik.
Hey. Hey. Going looking for beautiful women, he said out there. Happy bunch. Happy bunch. I think that could be a training pool actually. Yeah, I think that might be a scuba diver training pool. Permisi, orang-orang belajar scuba di sini ya?
Ya.
Ah, okay, makasih ya. Yeah, it had sort of meter depths on the side of it. Hoi, selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi, apa kabar?
Baik, kamu?
Bagus.
Good?
Ya.
Sibuk?
Sedikit.
Sedikit, ya, okay, ya.
Duduk di sini. Duduk di sini.
Tidak.
Duduk?
No time, ha?
Ya, saya mau
Mau makan.
tidur.
Tidur.
Saya malas.
Sini tidur.
That looks like a place where I might stop and have a coffee, I think. Little warung. Hey, thanks very much for coming along, you hardcore Bali lovers. Thanks very much for coming along in the second channel. Yeah, another couple of days we'll probably have another one from here. All right, see you next time.